Boxing Lowdown, and I'm delighted to be joined by a very special guest in Sam King.
Hi, you're right.
How's it going, man? I've just seen you ripping the pads earlier, training hard. But before we actually get into it, let's just go a little bit back and talk about how you got into boxing. Like, how did you jump into the profession? Like, what influenced you?
I think I got influenced by my dad wanted to teach box as a kid because my brother started boxing and he didn't do it properly. Like, he stopped at about age 15. He only did it to get fit and that sort of thing, and then I just got into it with that. But then I think it just took off when I got to about 13 years old. I had my 5th fight. I joined this club, Waddesdon, had my 6th fight, and then I went to the semi-finals of the ABAs, and I thought, oh, I may as well stick at this, so I'm decent. Carried on.
So it was a couple fights into the sport where you realised, yeah, I'm quite good at this, I'm going to carry on and, you know, maybe I can make this into a career.
Yeah, definitely. It took me, I started when I was about 9 years old, so it took me a few years to realise I was decent, but I did it for enjoyment. I enjoyed it a lot, so I just carried on, and then once I got to 13 or 14 years old, I thought, yeah, this is wicked, I love it. So.
Did you have any influences? Like, anyone that you watch, or is it just you came here and you developed your own style?
I mean, I was always looking up to family members, so like my cousin Frankie, I used to train with, my other cousin Ricky and Hassan, like, I was always following up with them. And then I just loved it. So then once I got to here, I was with Jordan Reynolds, so me and him, we're really good mates now, and we just trained together all the way up. I sort of followed in their footsteps, and now I'm here, so I want to just carry on and get into that like GB level.
It's good stuff, man. Let's talk about the transition then from, you know, the juniors to the youth team. I know you've just turned into the youth team now, boxing for England. How's that transition been? Like, have you felt the difference, like being in the ring with like bigger men and whatnot?
I literally just changed, so only in January. My first fight was against a tough Ukrainian kid. He was a year older as well. He had 44 fights, something like that, 142. He's only lost 2. So I got in there with him and I won the fight. It was my first fight doing 3-minute rounds. Big difference, but I prefer it a lot more. I'm more comfortable because I'm fit, I'm strong, so I flowed a lot more with the 3-minute rounds, and then I ended up winning the fight. Carried on through that. I got into the semi-finals of the ABAs again this year. Got very unlucky. I was a bad team there. I carried on. It was a downwards fall, and it went straight back up for this English youth belt fight, and I won the fight. Tough kid from Derby. It was an amazing fight, but I won it. I gave him a standing 8 count in the 3rd round. So I stepped it up. It was that fitness that just stepped it up, and I won the fight. He was a year older as well, so I'm just boxing lads that are a bit older than me, a bit more developed than me, and I'm still winning. Grabbed this belt, and now I'm just looking to defend it and just keep it for the next year, 18 months.
So you're only 17 years old. I mean, when did you turn 18?
Not until next January.
Not until next January, so you literally only just turned 17.
Yeah.
So have you always been down at this gym, or has there been any previous gyms that you're at? Because I know you're from Luton, right?
Yeah, I'm from Luton, so I used to box at. I started off at Farley Hill. That's where I found my enjoyment for the sport. I went into the academy. I had 3 fights for them. I won all 3 of them, so that was brilliant. And then I went to Lucy Farm. Lucy Farm was a brilliant gym, really good gym in Luton. So I rep that. That was a wicked gym. I'd recommend it. So that's where I started learning and developing a lot more with my footwork, everything like that. I had a few fights there. I won them, all my fights there, and then Jordan asked me to come up to Waddesdon. He said, come and train with us, so I came here. This was 3 or 4 years ago now. I won that. I started fighting for them, started winning for them, and I loved it. I love this stuff. So
I mean, despite the success that you've clearly enjoyed, I mean, how I noticed when I was looking up my notes on some of your previous fights over the last year, I've seen that I think it was up to 12 people out of 16 pulled out of fights. How frustrating is that for somebody that trains so hard and to have a fighter pull out of camp and like pull out of a fight?
A lot of fighters pull out when their trainers will take the fight and then they'll tell the kid, and the kid will look into it and that sort of thing, and then you might not like the fact that I'm with England, or I've had a certain amount of fights, a certain amount of wins, and who I've boxed. So I do get a lot of people pulling out and that sort of thing, but really I just try and focus on me. It's not about what they want. If they don't, you've got to fight the best to do the best. So I'll fight anyone and they can fight me, but now I've got this belt, I think because I've got to defend the belt when I fight, people are going to want the belt, so it's a reason to fight, so I'm going to get a lot more fights now hopefully. And hopefully I'll just start fighting a lot more. I mean, like, all my fights are just with lads that have triple the amount of fights I've had from other countries. I've fought so many national champions from everywhere, all these different countries. So I'm hopefully going to carry on with that, and then box more people around my actual level on paper with the amount of fights I've had.
So you're well travelled. What would you say has been the most intimidating country or place you've been to so far? Where you've got, has there been anywhere where you've been and you thought, oh, it's a bit too intimidating here?
Nah, I've never thought that. There's always an atmosphere around, like, people say Ukrainians are strong, they're the best fighters, but really it's all in your mind. We're all human, you know what I mean? So wherever you fight, I've fought 2 people from Italy, people from Sweden, Finland, Ireland, Ukraine. I've fought people from everywhere, and like, honestly, there's never a difference of who I'm fighting. We're all human, and I've managed to win all of them. So I'm hoping to carry on. It must be England, that's nice.
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, I was just watching you earlier on the pads with the pad, man, and I saw you hitting the bag, and there's a lot of power, it seems like, in those punches. How would you best describe your style for those that don't know? Would you call yourself more of a boxer puncher, or like, do you more focus on your punching power? What would you say? Very quick as well.
I enjoy fighting, but I like to do both. I mean, it's whoever's in front of me, I'll adapt to them, because with England we learn to be adaptable, independent and resilient. They're the 3 things I live on air. So whoever's in front of me, I just adapt to whoever's in front of me, and I'm independent. I'll do that in the fight. So it's whoever's there. So I've learned to box. I'm working on boxing more now. But yeah, it's wicked. Yeah, it's whoever's in front of me.
So do you have any details about your next upcoming fight? Like, is there anything planned in the diary for you?
I've got so many England caps coming up, but I'm not too sure I'm fighting next. I mean, I've put it out there that I'm defending this belt, so I'm waiting for someone to come back to me. So I'm looking to fight anyone. We've got a few competitions coming up, like the Haringey Box Cup. We've got trips to Ireland, to Italy again. We've got a few different trips coming up, so I'm hoping to just get that any fight really. I'll take anything that comes, and then I'm hoping to get a call up from England and just fight for them as well. So it's whatever comes up.
So, I mean, you're still very young. What would be the ideal route for you? I mean, would you like to eventually turn pro? I mean, obviously you're still young, so you've still got a long way to go, but is there like a route planned in your head, like the perfect route? What would that be?
3 years ago I made a route with Billy Schwer, who's my trainer as well, wicked trainer, unbelievable. We do strength and conditioning together, so shout to him, amazing. We made a route, we got it on video, it's on his Facebook, where I said my dream was to just win an English title, and then box for England, and then keep going like that, get into the GB team, hopefully one day, and when I get to that level, I mean, now I want to go to the Commonwealth Games at the age of 21. I'll be it's in Birmingham, so it's in England, which will be fantastic for me. I'm hoping to go to the Olympics after that, and then once I do that, it's definitely a turn pro, and seriously get it hard, hopefully go all the way, maybe we'll get a world title. That's what I'm looking for.
Do you worry about the possible distractions? I mean, outside influences, or is it just you're totally focused on where you're going and where you want to be?
Head down, focus, straight, training every day, training flat out all the time. I mean, I try and train twice a day, at least once a day. I'm focused on just doing it, so there's no distractions in my way. My head's straight. I've got certain goals, so I'm looking to do that goal.
Yeah, it seems like you train at a great gym, and there's a lot of great other fighters here to train with, and the trainers seem very switched on. So yeah, I'm sure you've got the right support network here for you. Yeah, it's a very good gym here.
It's a fantastic gym. I mean, the trainers, unbelievable. All the padman, Sablio, unbelievable trainer. He's the best coach around. I think personally. Then I've got all the all the lads in the farm. All of them are just unbelievable boxers in the England team. It's gone to European games. Everyone's fantastic. And then also I've got the England help. So all the England coaches are fantastic. They're the best coaches around. With the coaches that train Anthony Joshua. Those coaches that train everyone, so I can just stay with them, go through the grassroots, and hopefully take over.
So I know you mentioned Anthony Joshua there. I know he's got a fight coming up next weekend. How do you see that going, him and Joseph Parker?
Personally, I think there's one win. I think Joshua's got a bit too much for him personally. Obviously he's English, I'm bred in England, so I'm hoping he gets the win. It could go either way. You can't just say Joshua's going to win every fight, because it's a tough challenge. He's got to be a world champion, so it is difficult. But think I'll get the win and go on. I'd like to see him fight Tyson Fury or Wilder. That's what I'm looking to watch. I think that'll be interesting.
Are there any other professional boxers that you like to watch?
I love Gennady Golovkin. He's a boxer I like watching. He's very entertaining.
Do you think he beats Canelo in the rematch?
Personally, there's a lot of talk about it with drugs and all that. I'm not really too sure. I'm not going into all that because apparently it's false. I'm not sure, but I think Golovkin will do it. I mean, I thought he won the first fight, but then he didn't. So it's just whatever you watch and what you like. But I think he's going to win the rematch. And then the other boxer I like watching is Lomachenko. Unbelievable. He's fighting Linares. Linares comes up here to spar.
Really?
Yeah, he spars a few of our lads. So it's interesting to watch that. So I'm hoping them two it'll be a wicked fight.
A great fight, yeah. Sure. Well, look, we're gonna have to get you on the podcast one day, man. If you fancy it, jump on the podcast. We can talk about some of the upcoming fights. But for those that don't know you, could you let them know your social media, like if you've got Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, where they can follow you?
My name's Sam King, obviously. My Instagram name's Sam_King224, and then the same as my Twitter, it's the exact same. And yeah, I post a lot about it, I update everything, and my Facebook is my name's Sam King. So yeah.
Right, Sam, got any last words for anybody? Well, thanks for taking the time to talk to us, man. And yeah, I'm sure like we'll get some more footage and hopefully catch you at your next fight.
Yeah, thank you. Wicked. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for talking to us.
Mm-hmm.